Yo, what's up, dudes? What's going on? How are you guys? How are y'all tonight? How are you guys doing tonight? I have a lot of sources that I need to hide real quick in OBS. 2 seconds, dudes. 2 seconds. A lot of useless sources going on here. How's everybody doing tonight? My brother-in-law got me distracted. I forgot to get like half my shit set up because he talked me into playing some Call of Duty after stream. So I was just sitting here. I'd completely forgotten to do like half the things that I normally do. Which is fair. It happens. It happens. Let's see. Okay. What's up, Parker? You doing good? That's good, brother. That's good. That's very good. Okay. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. The first thing I want to do tonight, like, straight off the bat, dudes, is talk a little bit about the Dead by Daylight developer update. There was something in here. There was something in here that's like a really good idea, right? Yo, what's up, Milkman? It's a really good idea, but at the same time, it's not, right? I feel like enough video games at this point have done like a free-to-play model, like live service video games have done a free-to-play model. I feel like enough of them have done it for behavior to take some inspiration from it and do it a little bit better than they've done with this current update. Now, don't get me wrong. I want to say this like at the very start. It's a very good thing that they're doing. They're trying, right? One of the main topics for me for like since I came back last month, since I rose from the dead, has been like Dead by Daylight being pay to win. There's too much content. You have to pay too much money to like have an advantage, I guess you could say an advantage in Dead by Daylight. And in this dev update, they're actually doing something about it, right? Excuse me. Good Lord. The free character trials, they're doing it. Dead by Daylight features a massive and growing roster of characters. To make matters even more complex, each character brings 3 unique perks into the game, with killers having additional power to learn and master. Killers having an additional power. I read that wrong. I missed the "and." I thought it said "a." It can be especially tricky to gauge which characters might suit your preferred playstyle. Longtime players may even remember specific offerings that let you play as a killer that you didn't own. I do remember that, giving you a taste of what they're capable of. We're excited to be launching a new system that will allow you to use specific characters for free during an event period, while in the event's queue. Note that only selected characters will be available, chosen at our discretion, but they will be accessible to everyone. While this will be for a limited time, with restricted access to the Blood Web, it will allow players to really get a feel for a new character and even complete character-specific challenges. Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing about that. It's not a good idea. They're trying, but they're like way off in left field, dude. They are so far off in left field with what they're doing here that it's not funny. So, for one, I mentioned it in the actual developer update video for this patch. I mentioned it there. A very good example of a free-to-play game was Killer Instinct. The 2014-13 Killer Instinct. It was pretty good. The way they did it, it had different fighters, different characters on like a revolving door. I think they were free for like a week. And you could play them in every game mode, if I remember correctly. You could play them in every single game mode. You weren't limited to an event. That's kind of like my first big problem with this. That's like the first thing that they've done completely wrong. Why are you limiting it to an event? That's so weird. Just make them free to play. Just make the characters that you pick free to play in every game mode. There's 2 fucking game modes, dude. There's normal and event. Why not just make them free to play for a week? For 2 weeks? I'd say more than likely a week. Pick like 3 killers, have them free to play for a week. Pick 3 survivors, have them free to play for a week. And then switch them out, right? Next week, 3 different ones. Next week, 3 different ones. And also, don't be so goddamn money hungry, bro. Don't be so money hungry. Don't restrict access to the blood web. Let people level up those killers. With as many killers are in the game, there's what, like 34 at this point? Something like that. 32, 33, somewhere around in there. It's in the 30s, I believe. You know, you're going to be able to have those killers, even if you did 2 at a time. Have them on that revolving door. Don't restrict access to the blood web and let people play them in every game mode. Let them really get a feel for the character. 9 times out of 10, 8 times out of 10, right? 8 times out of 10, if someone who doesn't own that character and plays it in that manner, and they enjoy that character, they're going to buy the character. 8 times out of 10. The only thing that you're losing out on is the 2 out of 10 people who can't afford it, dude. Who can't afford it. And what's the harm in letting those people... I mean, the Behavior claims to be a very inclusive company. You know, and I'm not throwing shade when I say that. It's just very inclusive. And inclusivity comes to poor people too, bro. you gotta give that shit to poor people too. Even if you're doing it in a way to where you're only giving them 2 killers at a time, 2 survivors at a time, let them just level up the character, bro. So the next time, if they can't afford to buy this shit, if they can't afford to pay $12 per chapter every 3 months because they got bills, groceries, kids, you know, significant others, whatever, you know, it's a rough economy right now. I know, you know, let them level up these characters and play them the same way that everybody else does on this revolving door. Let them level them up. I don't see the problem there. You know, Killer Instinct didn't have limited movesets. You know, you didn't have to pay $10 fucking dollars. You didn't have to pay $10 to have a special move to do somebody's ultra combo in Killer Instinct. Why are you having to pay money to get the most basic feature for a killer or a survivor? Why are you having to pay money for the most basic feature to use the blood web? Yeah, I know you want people to buy the characters. I get that. You're a business. But at the same time, there are people who can't afford to do so. And I don't think for those very few people, being able to level up the killer or survivor, I don't think that's a bad thing. Maybe it's a warped... Maybe I have a bad take. Maybe this is a bad take. I don't think it's a bad take, dude. If you're going to do free-to-play, do it right. There have been so many games that do it in the way that I'm speaking of, i.e. Killer Instinct. I just don't see a problem with it. I feel like they are so close here, but you can also see the greediness, right? You can see the greediness in this. I'm pointing at the screen. You can see the greediness in this shit, right? Dude, just make it fully free to play. Just have those couple of characters, couple of killers, couple of survivors. Like, let people play them in every game mode. Take off the restriction to the blood web. It goes on sale a whole bunch. People are gonna buy it regardless. But for like the 2% of people that can't, bro, just let them have fun with the killers that you deem they can play that week. It's not a bad thing. And plus, you get a lot of brownie points. How much money are you really losing doing that? I don't know. That's just my opinion on like these free character trials. They're so close, dude. They're so close to doing something so damn good. It just needs a few tweaks. That's it. You're the lore guy. Somewhat. What's up, Mega? Milkman, Burris. How are y'all doing? Maybe make original survivors half off to free for a certain amount of years. DBD and its DLCs go on sale a lot. That's true. KI did have a great free-to-play system. So KI had one of the best free-to-play systems, bro. Killer Instinct really legitimately had one of the best. You weren't limited. Whatever characters they said were free were free. You weren't limited. You could just play those characters. You could play them in practice mode. You could play them in arcade mode. You could play them online. It was just a great system. DBD is this damn close, dude. This damn close to having such a good idea. Such a damn good idea. But like I said, you can just see that little bit of greediness still like edging its way in. And I hope some other dudes in the content creation space for Dead by Daylight are saying the same thing. I really hope some other people speak out about it. Because I know I'm a smaller creator. You know, I'm going to get maybe 1,000 views on this video when it goes out. Hopefully 1,000 views. So like my word doesn't mean much. But I really hope some other bigger dudes in the content creation community for DBD say the same thing. Because I don't think it's a terrible idea. I don't think this is going to cost Behavior millions and millions of dollars. It's literally the 2% of people who can't afford to buy these chapters every time they come out. That's who it's helping. Really, what's mainly going to help them is taking this greediness away and getting that other, 98% of people who can afford it but don't want to because they don't think they'll like the character. If you give them the access to the Blood Web, to try all of the add-ons, to try all of the perks, whatever. If you give them that access and also don't limit it to a fucking event to where like nobody's going to be playing if the event's not fun, let them play it in the normal game mode and actually get some gameplay, it's only going to help them by convincing those people, that 98% who in this specific equation, that 98% who can afford it, but don't think they're going to like the killer, it's only going to convince them to buy it if they end up liking it even a little bit, right? I don't think it's a bad idea. Like, holy, Just take out that little bit of greediness, and we're good to go. Yeah, rotating characters after a certain period of time. DBD, man, you've just seen them get, like, more and more greedy as time goes on. Like, it's like one behavior, it's like one step forward, two steps backwards. Because, like, even in something like this, where it's like, it's a good thing, right? It's a good thing that they're doing here. But even in this, you can see that smallest glimmer of greed, and it's like, damn, guys, for real? You're so close. Like, why are you restricting the Blood Web? What's the point? How is someone going to fully try out a character like that? I know if I don't have access to, like, some of the add-ons that make a killer fun to play, right? Like, if I don't have the opportunity to use Vecna without his Iridescent, I play Vecna to get blood points to get that Iridescent because that's how I enjoy playing Vecna. I just deal with playing Vecna outside of having that add-on, right? So if I don't get access to the add-ons that might make that killer fun, I'm still not going to fucking buy it. If I can't find a fucking match because it's an event queue, dude. If I can't find a match to play the killer, I'm not going to buy it because I didn't get to play it. I get to look at it on the main menu screen. That's how it was in 2v8 for me. Trying to play killer in 2v8, I never got to play 2v8 because I would sit there in queue for 15 to 20 minutes and just say, fuck it, dude. I'm going to play something else. Where's Third Strike? Like, I'm going to do that. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Man, I hope they come around. I hope they come around to it because it's so fucking close. But yeah. Tonight's going to be a bit of a shorter stream, dudes. So I'm trying to bust these topics out, right? So make it a very enjoyable stream for the amount of time that I'm here. Because, like I said, my brother-in-law... My daughter is still awake. My brother-in-law, thank God I have a brother-in-law who loves me. I love him to death, right? I love him to death. He knows I stream. He likes to give me shit for it. So I was talking to him because I finished Death Note tonight with my wife, right? And he was one of the people who like championed us playing, or not playing, but watching Death Note. And let's go ahead and head over to tier list maker. And I sent him a message. I'm like, dude, why am I sad that Light lost? Right? What's wrong with me? And we just started talking. He talked me into getting on Call of Duty with him tonight. The Junji Ito skins look sick as fuck. Dude, I haven't seen them. Looks, I don't really want to look them up on Twitter because it's just going to pop up a bunch of porn. So, DBD Junji Ito skins. Let's see. 10 hours ago. 10 years ago. Ooh, that's cool. It's cool as fuck. Oh, the trailer. Okay, there's a trailer. Let's see. Can I full screen this bitch? Ah! It's loud. Super loud. Bro. Bro, what the fuck is that, dude? What the fuck? I'm sitting back. Get me away from this fucking screen. Okay, what is Junji Ito? Am I saying that right? Because this looks dope. It looks creepy, dude. Right up my alley. Oh, man. Bro. Oh, a new twin skin. That actually looks sick. Ooh, God. Ooh, God. What the... Ooh. Dude. Those skins look awesome, dude. Those skins look awesome. I haven't purchased a Dead by Daylight skin in a very long fucking time, right? I think the last skin I bought for Dead by Daylight was Naughty Bear. I legit, I think it's been that long since I bought a skin for this game. Where is it? I like twins, not that much. That's the Dredge, dude. I love the Dredge. That skin might be mine. Also, this one. Holy shit. That's the artist, dude. That might be mine. You know, I might have to pull some overtime at work to afford these expensive-ass motherfucking skins. But, dude, that's sick. Dude, those are sick, bro. And I know Pixel Bush is happy. I know Pixel Bush has got to be happy for an actual good twin skin. Because, I mean, I don't know. Maybe the twins have gotten more skins since I've been playing. But, like, all of the twin skins that were in Dead by Daylight, when I was playing avidly, I did not like them. But, dude, that one looks cool. Trickster's give and take for me. I just don't like the Trickster. But, I mean, that is a pretty cool skin. That is a pretty cool skin. I think the one that's got me the most, that's got me by the socks, dog, is that Spirit? Oh, the Spirit skin too, dude. I completely, like, I was paying attention. But for some reason, for some fucking reason, I thought that was a Survivor skin. What's wrong with me? The Dredge skin, bro. That, dude, that one's gnarly. That one's got me, dude. That one's got me. Yeah, Dredge is the coolest. They're in the game right now. Oh my god, I'm going to look. Hold on, chat. We're delaying by just a minute. We're delaying by just a minute. Gaming. Capture card off. I want to go look at these skins in game. I want to see these motherfuckers, and then we'll get back to our regularly scheduled content. Okay. What is going on? Boot, brother. Thank you. I don't know why it's... There it goes. There it goes. Oh, shit. The head's a little girl? I didn't even notice that, bro. I didn't even notice that. With the Freddy buff, am I gonna play him? Yeah. Yeah, we'll actually be live tomorrow night. I got kids and a whole fucking life. You know, so outside of this, like a life that takes up 95% of the day. So I will be live tomorrow night around hopefully 9 or 10. So around the same time, and we'll be playing on the PTB. But as far as the patch notes go, like even in like the base game when he comes out, I'll be playing that motherfucker because he looks fun. He sounds fun. Yeah, I didn't really give a damn about the button show event. Okay. Ooh. Having a life and you call yourself a gamer, right? I definitely didn't used to. I got with a woman who puts up with it. She puts up with it. Thank God. Right? Thank God. Dude, that's nasty. I like that. Is this an anime? Is this an anime, dudes? Because, I'm gonna add this to my list, if it is. Look at these skins, honey. Look at how gnarly these are. Look at this bitch. Called Junji Ito, I think. Look at the dredge. Look at this fucking dredge skin. The head is a little girl. Yeah, that's creepy. Yeah, usually most shit's a manga first. There's an anime series, but it's bad. You know, I hear that for a lot of animes. The only anime that I've watched that people have considered good, outside of the one I'm getting ready to watch, is Death Note. Which, like I said, I finished that tonight. You actually said something about what I said about Death Note. I want to go back and read that. I was happy Light lost. I remember someone made a comment on Twitter or something saying Light was fine with killing so many people for his own reasons. You know, after the episode, my wife called me evil. Because I really wanted Light to win, bro. I wanted Light to win so bad. Yeah, the twin skin's pretty nice. So they kept Little Vic right there, but they put the little girl on her back. That's cool. I like that. The Survivor skins are pretty lit too. Let's check out the Spirit skin a little bit more. That's cool, dude. See, the problem is I play this character, and I play this character. Huh? This is probably the coolest fucking skin in Dead by Daylight right now. That's fucking sick. It has a Mori? Wait, is that just a normal Dredge Mori? Or is that like a new Mori? Victor has a Mori? When does Victor have a Mori? Normal Dredge Mori. Okay, yeah, I see that. They're just playing. They just have the Moris up here. Yeah, because that's her normal Mori. I just forgotten. I don't use Moris, dude. I've been the same about DBD. I gave up playing properly for a long while, but Freddy might be good again. I will give him a go myself. Yeah, you're gonna call me crazy. Old Freddy was very traumatic, right? He had a lot of bad shit. He was a rough killer to play. But I enjoyed it, right? New Freddy, I haven't really enjoyed that much, dude. I just never really played him because I didn't enjoy him. Once the new of getting people with the fake pallets wore off, I was kind of like, I'm bored. He's just like a mouse one killer for the most part. So I'm really hoping, and it seems like it, with all of the changes that they made Freddy fucking nuts and super interactive and cool. So I'm super happy. There's a video explaining each skin's lore and story. Really? Okay, we might have to check that out. The biggest thing was he called himself a god, but when he was about to die, he was terrified and desperately trying to escape. Not exactly godlike. That was kind of like my thing. I haven't really like sat here and like processed it yet. Death Note became like one of my favorite things I've ever watched. So right now for me in life, my favorite pieces of media are Final Fantasy VII. I named my daughter Aerith. My wife had a hand in that.
It was my choice.
It was her choice. I threw out the idea. But I'm pretty sure. Did you throw out the idea?
No, it was my choice.
I threw out the idea for Scarlet. Okay, so we both love Final Fantasy VII. The Witcher. Love The Witcher. Video games. The first season of the Netflix show. And the books. I have the books. Berserk. Death Note. Supernatural. I'm probably forgetting a few things, but I mean, those, I remember those, so those are like my top things. So I'm still processing it. But to me, in the last episode, like, yeah, he got caught, but he had been caught for sure before by L. Like, L was convinced it was him, right? Convinced. I mean, yeah, like, what was his name? Mika, some shit. So, some shit like that. I don't remember his name, right? But, like, he was there. They tried the whole thing, whatever. But, like, man, it seemed like... It seemed really out of character for L. Or for Light, just to start freaking out like that. It seemed really out of character for him. Should have named my daughter Jet Steel or Max Power. Should have named her Terry Bogard. Fucking Ken Ryu. Yeah, Death Note was just a really good show. Like, the end got me because it calls back to, like, literally the first episode. It's like, oh, that's what he meant. Old Freddy was bad, but I always loved him. Still wish we got the old Freddy with voice lines, yeah. Yeah, Scary Terry, dude. Scary Terry would be a fucking great skin. But, you know, they're so up in their panties about the Nightmare on Elm Street license. Not behavior, but, like, the guys who hold it. We can't even get Robert Englund as a skin. The Marionette skin looks dope. Yeah, I'm gonna check out the Survivors now. I'm not usually a huge fan of Survivor skins, but these, I really like that one. That one's dope. I don't care for Trickster. It's an alright skin. That one's decent. Even though it's themed from the show and manga, it just looks so similar to other shit we already have in the game. I like that one, though. I like that one. I know it's just a school uniform. It's very similar to other shit we have in the game, but I just like the colors. I just like the way it looks. I like the way she looks. So let me go ahead and contradict myself real quick. Like, entirely. What did I say? Sorry, you had an ad. I said, Universal. I think Universal is who has Nightmare on Elm Street. Whoever has the Nightmare on Elm Street license, they're so, like, fucking up in their panties about it. We can't even get Robert Englund as Freddy, but a Scary Terry skin for Freddy would be fucking top tier. I'd pay $30 for that bitch, dude. I would pay $30 for that. That's the thing with Light. He was just like everyone else in the end. He just happened to be incredibly smart, but still fragile and human-like, like everyone else. Yeah, I mean, yeah. That's a good point, but it's just the thing of how incredibly smart he was. Like, even when he was caught in the past, like, caught to the point of, you know, like, forgetting everything. I mean, yeah, with a plan, but, like, forgetting everything, like, he was so incredibly calm, you know? He was so incredibly calm. I don't know, I just, like, it was him, like, panicking and running at the wall, you know, trying to get away. That was like, dude, that's so out of character. $30 hands down. 30 euros. That's more than $30. By, like, $2.50, I think. I pay it. Yeah, shut up and take my money, Dead by Daylight, for real. Milkman. Yeah, what's the video called? I'll look it up. Pounds, euros. I don't. I'm an uncultured American. Someone says pounds, euros, and quid, and I have no idea what the difference is, dog. No clue. Like they'll talk about pounds and euros, and then they'll bring. And I'm kind of like, okay, I'm kind of picking up what you're putting out, and then they bring quid into it, and I'm like, what? What the fuck is a quid? Mint Skull, dude, that guy came out of nowhere and blew up. Mint Skull came out of nowhere and blew the fuck up, dude. Quid is the same thing as a pound? Ah. What's with all the different... I mean, I say what's with all the different names, but I mean, we got dollars, bucks. What else? Dollars, bucks, cents, quarters, nickels, dimes, pennies. What? Damn, that's hurtful. She's over here fucking flaming me live on stream. If I say, can I burn a squid, it's just slang, can I have a pound? I got you. I got you. Like, let me hold $1, you know? Mint Skull. Let's see. Dude, this guy blew up out of nowhere. Well, I say out of nowhere, but I haven't really been around, right? See, if he's doing an origins of the skins, I think I'd at least like to watch like the first season of the anime. Like, I don't want it spoiled because it actually looks like something that me and M would be into. Because it's scary. So I think I'll hold off on that. You don't spend cash on DBD unless it's killers, but this costume just screams, fuck you, buy me now. Yeah, fair. Fair. Fucking fair. It really does scream, hey, fuck you, buy me. Right now. I'm gonna hold off. I'm not gonna buy it yet. Not gonna buy it. I got money in my Steam account, but I'm not gonna buy it. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Alright, chat. Let us do some rankings. Covers manga spoilers. Gotcha. Mortal Wombat. And Euro is like Northern Ireland and other places in Europe, but UK is pounds. Really? Really? Huh. Because I've heard like British people. Like I can tell the difference between like an Irish accent, a Scottish accent, and like a few different British accents, right? I've heard British people saying euros. It's weird. Bro, I don't understand how Europe works in general. Like, in general. So, let's see here. So, I want to rank every NRS story mode. The video, for those dudes watching the video, is titled Every MK Story. But I'm going to cheat a little bit. And I'm going to throw... Wow, they're already here. I'm going to throw Injustice games in there too, right? Because we're going to rank every NRS story. I want to take the time to sit here and rank every NRS story because there have been some stinkers and there have been some really good ones. And you know what? The game's kind of dead, so we ain't got jack shit else to talk about. So, you know, let's do this. Why not? Okay, so obviously we can't do any of the old games, right? Because that's not NRS. Yes, it's Ed Boon, but it was like Ed Boon and John Tobias, and John Tobias dipped out at like MK4, right? So I don't want to rank those. We'll have our own video for that, right? I haven't played those games in forever. We'll have to have like a stream where we go back and play them all, do all the stories, arcades, whatever, all the way up to MK versus DC. I am going to add MK versus DC in here because I feel like it was close enough to the Midway Fall and MK9 to be relevant, right? It was on the PS3. MK9 was also on the PS3 and Xbox 360, so I feel like it's close enough to keep in here. It's close enough to what Ed Boon eventually did, even with like the art style and shit going into MK9. So we're going to leave that here. And it looks like that'll actually be the first one that we're ranking. So, oh man, chat. I haven't played MK versus DC Universe in a long time. Like, I'm saying, like, bro, I was like 10 or 11. so I don't really remember it. All I remember is that it wasn't the best, right? I distinctly remember, even as like a 10 or an 11-year-old kid, being like, this isn't very good. So I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt because I don't entirely remember it. And I'm a bad content creator, so I didn't refresh myself on it. And I'm going off of pure memory. For the benefit of the doubt, and because The Flash is my favorite superhero and he's in the video game, I'm going to put it at C tier. We're going to give it a solid C. Okay? That's what we're going to put it. If I was going to add another skin to DBD other than Scary Terry, what would you add and why? I would add, because we talked about this and we actually have a video coming out for it, to do with anime specifically, and it's coming out the day after tomorrow, I believe, if I have my timing right. The day after tomorrow, it's talking about anime. We talk about in that video Berserk and why Guts couldn't work as a survivor, why he could work as a killer, but the fact that they could do other characters from the series as killers better than they could Guts. I would still really like to get a Guts Oni skin. I feel like it fits perfect, right? If you Guts in the full Berserker armor, in Berserker mode, not knowing who anybody is, just wanting to kill shit, fits perfect. Perfect with Oni. Perfect. It's 3:35 for you? Yeah, because y'all are like plus 5 hours, I believe. Yeah. Compared to me, it is 10:38 for me right now. Okay. The next game is the next game, and that's MK9. MK9 kicked everything back off. It was the reboot of the original timeline. So, like, when the game started, you know, we saw the aftermath of Armageddon. Yes, baby. Okay, I'll be there in a minute. My daughter wants a hug, and she doesn't want to lay down. I'll have to go give her a hug in just a minute. But I'm going to rank this game first. So, we got the rebooted timeline. Reagan has all those visions. And it just kind of leads down the same damn route. It leads down the same route and ends up having basically the same outcome with, like, Shinnok coming back. And then that's when they get really different with, like, Chronica and MK11 after MKX and Shinnok and shit. So it just felt like a repeat. Like, yeah, it was kind of cool eventually to have, like, all the flashbacks of how many times that Liu Kang is fucked up and Reagan and Liu Kang have, like, fought and Liu Kang has died and something bad's happened. I hate to say it because I know people love MK9 and it kind of, like, restarted Mortal Kombat in a lot of ways. It had some iconic lines and shit, but I put it in B because it was just more of the same that we had already gotten, leading to more of the same that we had already gotten, right? It just led from same to same with an updated graphics, updated gameplay, etc. So, like, it was just, it's kind of in the middle for me, right? Kind of in the middle. Injustice 1 is S tier. Injustice 1 started one of the best alternate timeline stories that DC's ever had, in my opinion. With evil Superman, regime Superman, right? It started such a cool story, and I think they did it really well. There were definitely some points in the story that were really weird, especially because they wanted to do those, like, quick time, whatever the hell that shit's called, quick time shit, where, like, Black Adam, I think it was, is like, or Sinestro is throwing cars at Superman, and they're literally like cars that are driving down the road, right? Like, there's people in these cars, and Superman's just like, haha, fuck you, laser beam, and, like, blows up the cars with, like, a family of 4 in it. It's like, okay, that's a little weird. They didn't really think about that when it came to the story. But, like, what the story started, and outside of that, in the game, it was really good, in my opinion. The only bad Injustice story thing that I think we've gotten, period, is probably the animated movie. It's probably the animated movie. We're talking about Injustice 1. We're ranking every NRS story. Yeah. I was talking about how in Injustice 1, Sinestro or whoever it was, Black Adam, was throwing cars with families of 4 in them at Superman, and he was just lasering those bitches. You remember that shit? It's wild. So yeah, I think Injustice 1 is a S tier story. Even if it wasn't my favorite, it's one of the best because of what it started, what spawned from it. And I think it was good enough in its own right without that to be an S tier. That moves us on to MKX, which I'm going to put MKX in S tier and piss a lot of people off probably. I don't remember the game getting too much hate when it came to the story, but I know people are going to flame me for putting MKX above MK9. People are going to flame me for putting MKX above MK9. Look, it's more of the same, right? Why am I putting MKX in S and MK9 in B? When I said MK9 is more of the same shit, just with an updated coat of paint, right? It's the same story with an updated coat of paint leading to the same damn thing. Basically the same thing. Shinnok came back, right? Basically the same thing. MKX had the combat kids. And while I don't like all of the combat kids, I don't really care for Jackie and I don't really care for Kung Jin. I think Cassie and Takeda are two of the best newly introduced Mortal Kombat characters. Two of the best newly introduced Mortal Kombat characters, like, period. I think they're really fun. They're really enjoyable. They were really well designed in MKX 11. Takeda wasn't in 11. Cassie was. And MK1. Takeda was in 1. Cassie wasn't. MK9 is SS tier for you? Dude, for me, it was just like more of the same. It's like, okay, it's the exact same motherfucking thing that happened leading up to MK4. The only difference was Liu Kang was killed by Raiden on accident, and Shinnok still came, dude. And then it led us into one of the things that's making me rethink putting MKX in S tier because it started it. But MK11 made it worse. MKX started it, yes, it started the fucking evil versions of the characters. It started it. But it wasn't that bad in its own right in the solitude of MKX. It wasn't that bad. Right? So I'm going to keep that there. But MK9, I mean, like, that was the one big difference, and it led to, like, a whole host of different other differences. But, like, Liu Kang still died. Right? Liu Kang still died. Shinnok still came. It's just the overall... I don't know. Yeah, I mean, that's one thing about it. I think it was just the overall fact that we went down the same direction with Shinnok. It's like, God damn it. But you're right. The fact that, I mean, yeah, we had, like, MK versus DC, right? But, like, MK9 was, like, the first big story for a fighting game. Instead of just reading lore arcade endings. You're right. I'm going to move it up for that. I'm going to move it up for that. I'm going to move it from B to A. We'll put it in A. Because it did start that. But I don't like the fact that it just kind of rehashed the first 3 games. It just rehashed it, updated Code of Paint, like, I don't know. Yeah, SF5 did a big story after MK9, and so did Dead or Alive 5. Tekken 7? Did Tekken 6... No, did the Tekken games have a big story? Before MK9? Because I know Tekken 7 was the most recent fighting game after MK9. But I don't remember outside of that. Tekken 7, or Tekken 6 did a big story, kind of, but Tekken Forces style. What's that? Tekken Force mode. What's that, chat? Yeah, Tekken 7 had a big story. Oh, I got you. So it was a beat 'em up. So yeah, MK9 kind of spawned like all of these fighting games having big stories. Did I say Tekken 9 or MK9? MK9 kind of spawned all of these fighting games having these big stories, right? So, I mean, yeah, you gotta move it up to great just for that. Even if I didn't like the fact that it was just MK1 through 3 rehashed with an updated coat of paint. Because don't get me wrong, I feel like we needed to experience that, but at the same time, you know, I don't know. I'm very torn on MK9 if you can't tell. My phone keeps going off. Somebody just corrected me. MK9 apparently started the online lobbies. I did not know that. I didn't play much MK9 online. Crack this water open. My voice is getting a little dry, chat. I'm going to piss everybody off here in a minute. Anybody who watches this video is probably going to be mad at me. Like, actually mad at me. Okay. So, Injustice 2. Okay, we're good. Okay, so Injustice 2. Injustice 2 was a really good story. I've never been a fan of Brainiac, and all of this whole thing is just subjective, right? This is all my opinion. I've never been a huge fan of Brainiac, so just another Brainiac story. I think it was great. It introduced Supergirl into Injustice. It evolved the story. One sec, chat. Dudes, I had no idea that I wasn't on the tier list screen. Damn, bros. Damn, that's rough. I don't know how I'm gonna fix that in post. I wasn't on the fucking tier list screen. That's rough. I'll have to fix that shit in post. That sucks. That sucks. Anyway, Injustice 2. I think Injustice 2 is definitely A tier. It really did take what Injustice 1 did and evolved it to a point. Like I said, I don't really care much for Brainiac, so it's not going in S tier like Injustice 1. That's just like a subjective thing, but like the story was great. I don't really have much bad to say about it. It was a really good story. It gave you a choice at the end. You can go with Batman or Superman. The way it introduced Supergirl, as I said, like it was just a really good story. It's just a solid story. I really don't have much to say about it. I just really want another Injustice game, right? MK11. Oh my god, dude. What a bad fucking video game. What a bad story. Now, it was probably the best looking Mortal Kombat NRS game, period. I think MK11 looks better than MK1. It does. Somehow it does. I guess they're still getting used to the engine with MK1, but MK11 just looks better. Can't really explain it. It just does. But as far as the story goes, there were so many fucking plot holes in that game. In that game story, so many plot holes. The destruction of so many different characters. How we look at those characters, like their character, it was just destroyed. It was just bad, dude. Aftermath. Oh my god, it was terrible as well. It completely destroyed Sindel's character, 100 billion%. So Sindel was originally this character who like was kind of a martyr and died for a good cause. She was a good person after Shao Kahn like killed her husband and took her into a forced marriage, and she died to save Earthrealm and put a barrier around it, basically, whatever. Lore masters correct me, I don't give a fuck. But then she comes back, she gets resurrected in Aftermath, almost showing her fucking Sindel titties, you know, whatever. Or was that MK9? I don't remember. It might have been MK9. It was probably MK9. MK9 was a little bit more spicy like that. But they resurrect her, and she was evil the whole time. What the fuck? How was she evil the whole time if she put up that barrier to save Earthrealm? You know, it was so fucking stupid. They probably explained that in Aftermath, and I just don't care to remember because of how fucking dumb it was that they made her evil from the get-go. Like, oh, I killed King Jared. Shut up, bitch. No, you didn't. That is the dumbest change one of the dumbest changes I've ever experienced in a story. It's like, what was the point, dude? What was the point? So, she was good to begin with. Okay? She was good. You had her resurrected in MK9. She was forced to be evil, right? She was under a spell from Quan Chi or Shang Tsung, whoever it was. Under a spell. She kills goddamn just about everybody, right? With her goddamn stupid high heels. Kills everybody. Starts the stupid fucking evil clone, evil variations of the characters, right? Starts that dumb shit. That's already not good. It was okay in its own right for MKX. Carried over into MK11. That's another downfall of this game. They kept that dumb shit going. It was annoying as hell. But anyway, she was forced to be evil in MK9. Whatever. She gets iced. She comes back in MK11. No, she got iced in MKX, I think. I think she got iced in MKX. Or they just brought her back to the good side. Maybe she got captured in MK11. I don't fucking remember, dude. Anyway, whatever. Shiva and the whole crew bring her back in MK Aftermath. And she went from being good originally to forced to be evil to Revenant. That's what those motherfuckers are called. She was a Revenant when she got brought back to be evil. So she was under control of Quan Chi. And then she gets brought back to life as she originally was, but she was evil the whole fucking time. Why? Why? What's the point, dude? What the fuck is that change? It made no sense. And MK11 base was just as bad. Bro, you're going to have Devora take out Scorpion? Take out Hanzo Hasashi. Not even the younger, less experienced Scorpion, the angry one. You're going to have Devora take out the more experienced, beloved Hanzo Hasashi. You're going to have that character kill him. Fuck off. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of my face. That dumb shit. And then Kronika, worst villain ever. Kronika was the worst villain ever in a fucking anything. At all. At all. I liked her more when it was Shang Tsung in MK1. Speaking of MK1, let me piss some people off. I thought it was great, dude. I thought MK1's story was actually good. I really do. I think I got nothing in B tier. I guess nothing's mid. It's either alright, horrible, or great, you know, and above. I really liked MK1. The only thing I don't like about MK1, and Dynasties flamed me for it, and I hate it too, was the fact that they made Sub-Zero Scorpion. And now Scorpion doesn't actually exist. Well, actually he exists, but he's a child raised by who's supposed to be Sub-Zero, but he's actually Scorpion, and it just makes no fucking sense. And like they wrote themselves into a corner. Like, where do you go from that, dude? You have no Sub-Zero. I haven't played Chaos Reign, so I could be talking out my ass, and they could have figured something out there. Maybe Bihan actually at the end of that was like, oh, I'm actually good. I don't want to be Noob Saba. I'll be Sub-Zero from now on. Whatever. I didn't play it. I don't know. Somebody can tell me in chat. I don't care. Spoil it. I'm not fucking playing it. You know, so... But as far as I know right now, because I'm not paying $50 for a fucking, 2-hour story expansion, as far as I know right now, Bihan is Noob Saibot, Kuai Lang is Scorpion, and there's no fucking Sub-Zero. But Hanzo Hasashi is a child being raised by Kuai Lang and Hanzo Hasashi's original wife in the original timeline and reboot timeline before the new era. That's the only thing I don't like. And that sounds like a lot, but I like New Raiden. I love Melina and Katana's whole thing. I love New Sindel. I love Ermac. Liu Kang's annoying as always, regardless of what the fuck he's doing. So he's just an annoying prick. Johnny Cage is great. MK1 is the game that really made me love Kenshi as a character, like, period. He's one of my favorite characters in Mortal Kombat now because of MK1. Shao Kahn's still a bitch, normal shit. Reiko, still a bitch. But like they just Kung Lao, still a cocky asshole, one of my favorites. They didn't miss on a lot of it. It was just what they did miss on was really bad. But I enjoyed the parts that they didn't miss on. Reptile, he's not just a dumb jobber anymore. He has a reason for existing. He has a reason for being there and a reason for being the bad guy. At the start, they gave him a reason. Shang Tsung, dude, his starting story, bro, it was great. What they hit, they hit. What they hit, they hit. My child doesn't want to sleep tonight. What's that, chat?
What?
Have to mute for MK1 story. That's fine, dude. That's fine. But dude, what they hit on, bro. They hit on it. I really, really enjoyed it. What they missed on, but I enjoyed it enough to put it in A tier. I really did. I really actually did. And that's gonna piss a lot of people off. Especially the fact that I put it above MK9, dude. I'm gonna have some hateful comments. I'm gonna have some really hateful comments. Looks like all of them, though. Looks like all of them. But yeah, I think that's my NRS rankings for the story modes, dudes. I'm pretty set with this. I like where it's at. Maybe I have like nostalgia goggles on for MKX. I'm remembering that story is a lot better than what it was, but man, I really enjoyed it. So yeah, I'm happy with this. Flame me in the comments. Oh man, dudes. I really fucked up. I was recording a black screen for half of that, so I'm gonna have to try to fix that in post. Sucks. On it. Buddy said on it, dude. That's funny. I'm gonna save this real quick, chat, so I don't lose it. Damn. That's gonna be a bitch to fix in post, dude. That's gonna be a bitch to fix in post. That's gonna suck. I recorded a black screen for like the first 15 minutes, for like the first 10 minutes of that, dude. That is oof. That hurts. That's gonna take a while to fix. Oh god. I'm literally gonna have to like listen to the video and like record and go on here and like throw shit on or some shit. I don't know. Just a bunch of screenshots, maybe. I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. One of the few things I did see were the female Sector and Cyrax. How do you feel about that anyway? I really didn't like them because they look so small, frail, and weak from a design perspective. I honestly don't really care too much. There's a lot of dudes in the community that I've seen, like some of the more hateful ones, that are turning it into like gender politics. You know, it's the dudes, you know who they are, right? Who really want to start a political channel for they really want their channel to be a political channel, but Mortal Kombat pulls in the views, so they have to like throw the politics in where they can, and I just don't care about that. I'm not really seeing it as like gender politics. I just want to get that out of the way. Personally, I don't like it because I feel like they could have actually introduced like 2 super cool female cyborgs. Someone actually had an idea for it. I don't remember who it was, but they added like they designed, like went in with the picture of the female Cyrax and Sector, gave them different colors, names, and even their like android cyber names, right? They did that. And I thought it looked sick. I thought it was a great idea. So that's the reason I don't like female Sector and Cyrax, because they could have introduced 2 dope-ass cyborgs. Female cyborgs, instead of changing them. Would have been so much cooler. I wish NRS would give a free skin and voice pack for female Cyrax and Sector so you can play the OG versions. I agree. They're assists already. Yeah, they're already assists. Yeah, that's true. Love Mortal Kombat X. Dude, I do too. Mortal Kombat X is one of my favorite fighting games, like, period. Oh, my daughter is pissed. 1 second. Let me see what's going on in chat. Okay, sorry about that. If NRS did a Marvel fighting game, would you want it to be like Injustice or MK? If NRS did a Marvel fighting game, I would want it to be like MK versus DC. I really, if they get the license to like use Marvel characters or like make a Marvel fighting game, they might as well just go ahead and make a Marvel versus DC fighting game. Just why not? It's right there. WB is your publisher. You already have access to the DC characters. If WB can get their hands on a Marvel partnership for NRS to make a fighting game for Marvel, just go ahead and do Marvel versus DC. Yeah, James. I have MKX and S. Solely Marvel, if it was solely Marvel, I'd want it to be like Injustice. I just feel like that style fits superheroes. 1 sec, chat. Hey, chat. Don't go anywhere. I'm going around and try to help get my daughter calm down. She's been really rough at night here lately. You can probably hear her. I'm going to use the bathroom and try to help calm her down. I'll be right back, dudes. Hey dudes, I'm gonna actually, my daughter is being really rough. She's having a really bad night, so I'm gonna have to call stream a little bit early tonight to go help out and try to get her to sleep. We'll be back on the 9th. I'm gonna let you guys sit on this tier list for a little bit. I'm gonna have to do a lot in post to fix that. It's very annoying, but yeah. Thanks for hanging out, dudes. I'm sorry it was such a short stream, but we'll be back on the 9th playing some video games, and we're probably gonna try to rank every Mortal Kombat game, every Mortal Kombat's roster on the 9th. So, I hope I see you guys then. I'm sorry for such an early stream, dudes. An early end to the stream. But, you know, being a dad comes first. Being a dad comes first. You can probably hear she's being rough. Sorry, Jason. Yeah, man, I'm heading out. My daughter's being pretty rough tonight. I'm going to try to help get her to sleep. She's being a terrorist, you know. Dad duties call, guys. Dad duties call. So, I'll holler at you guys later. Thanks for hanging out. You probably heard it. Peace out, dudes.